I want you to think about something, not out loud, just sit with it. When was the last time you ended a day and felt proud of how you used your hours? If you are struggling to remember, that is not an accident. That is a pattern, and patterns do not break themselves. Most students are not failing because they do not care. They care deeply. They lie awake thinking about their future. They feel the weight of everything they have not done yet. They want the grades, the growth, the version of themselves that finally has it together. The want is real, but desire without direction is just noise. And that is the problem no one is talking about honestly enough. You were handed a schedule. You were handed a syllabus. You were told what to study, but never how to live. No one sat you down and said, here is how a day should actually be built. Here is how your hours should flow. That difference between a student who drifts and a student who drives is not intelligence. It is not talent. It is structure. Knowing how to design a day that works with your energy, your mind, your biology, and almost no one is doing it right. This is not about being perfect. This is about being intentional. There is a massive difference between the two. Every morning you are handed something extraordinary. 24 hours, a blank page, no mistakes on it yet, no wasted hours, just possibility. And what you do in the first 60 minutes sets the trajectory for everything that follows. Most students wake up and immediately hand that possibility away. Before their feet touch the floor, they are already scrolling, already inside someone else's world, someone else's highlight reel, and their own day has not even begun. That is not rest. That is surrender, and it costs you more than you realize. When you start your day in reaction mode, your brain spends the entire day catching up, distracted, scattered, wondering where the hours went. Wake up before the world gets loud. Open your window. Let real light touch your face. Drink water before anything else. Your brain spent the night working and processing. It is dehydrated. It needs fuel before it needs content. Then move, not for an hour, not intensely, just enough to tell your body the day has started. 10 minutes, 15. Stretch, walk, breathe. Movement sends a signal. It says, I am awake, I am present, I am ready. And your brain responds. Then eat something real, something that gives your body what it actually needs. Your brain is about to do serious, demanding work. A brain running on empty is a brain running slow. Stop treating hunger like it is discipline. It is not. Fuel yourself the way someone who respects their own goals would. Now, this is where most students make their first critical mistake. They sit down to study and start with the easiest thing, the comfortable subject. They call it a warm-up, but it is not a warm-up. It is avoidance dressed in productivity clothing. Your brain is at its sharpest right now. Your willpower is full. Your focus is available, and you are spending it on what already comes easily. Open your hardest subject, the one you have been avoiding, the one that makes you uncomfortable. Do that first. One focused hour. Put your phone in another room. Close every tab that does not serve what you are working on. Just work. 50 minutes of pure focus. Then 10 minutes of real rest. Not phone rest. Stand up. Walk. Drink water. Let your mind breathe. Rest is not a reward. Rest is a strategy. Without it, you are not studying harder. You are just burning out faster. The morning ends. You move into classes, lectures, the middle hours that feel both full and somehow empty at the same time. Here is the truth about most classrooms. Information is delivered, rarely absorbed. Students sit and listen and walk out, and within 2 days have forgotten most of what was said. Not because they are careless, because passive listening does not create memory. It creates the feeling of learning without the actual thing. After every class, before you open your phone, take 3 minutes. Write down what you actually understood. Not what the teacher said, what you understood. In your own words. This small habit is the difference between walking into exams prepared and walking in panicking. At lunch, eat light. Rest for 15 minutes. A short walk if you can. Because how you enter the afternoon determines how useful it actually is. The afternoon is not for new complex theory. Your energy is lower. Work with that. Use it for practice. Past papers, problem sets, flashcards. Active doing rather than passive reading. Apply what you understood in the morning. That is how it becomes permanent. Then the evening arrives. And this is where students lose the most ground. You tell yourself you deserve a break after a long day. And you do. But one video becomes 10. 1 hour becomes 4. And suddenly, it is midnight, and you feel emptier than before you started. More anxious. More behind. That feeling has a name. It is the cost of choosing distraction over restoration. They are not the same thing, even though they feel similar at the start. Move your body in the evening. Run. Walk fast, 20 to 30 minutes. Physical movement processes the stress your mind has been carrying all day. It resets your emotional state. It prepares your brain for sleep. Students who move in the evening fall asleep faster, sleep deeper, and wake up sharper. That is not motivation. That is biology. Use it. After movement, give yourself something that fills you rather than empties you. Music, drawing, writing, something you enjoy. Creation rather than consumption. That shift protects you from burnout. It reminds you that life is not only obligation. Then do light revision. Not new content, just a quiet review of what you covered. A few summaries in your own words. Your brain consolidates during sleep what you reviewed just before sleeping. Do not waste that window. Before you sleep, plan tomorrow. 5 minutes. Specific tasks, not the vague intention to study. Actual tasks. Finish chapter 4. Solve 20 problems. Write it down. Because your brain orbits unfinished things. That is why you lie down exhausted and still cannot sleep. When you write it down, your brain lets it go. It can finally rest.